What's up, guys? This is Justin from Justice League Swag, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on the deck that I won with at DMV Cup this past Saturday. First off, Buddy Monster, Great Sword Deity, Kaiser Ryan. It's always the card that I want to go into, and it gains a crit when you have 3 or more cards in his soul, so it's really good. Soul Guard helps him from leaving the field. Next, I'm going to get into my size 0 lineup. Only 2, Ocean Deity / Shark. Why? Because I'm an aggressive player and his stats are poor, so he can't push a lot of cards off the board, and he only gives me power and attack boost. Ideally, what I would need if I go up against like Gold Ritter or something, or to force my opponents to link attack. Usually at 7 to 8k defense, you're forcing link attack. So this gets Kaiser Ryan up to 7. Next up on the size zeros, 4, Bird Deity Godbird. 4 because it gives you double attack when you're at 6 or less with the 3 crit. Usually that ends games fast. And it's also the equivalent of playing another monster on the field without worrying about running into removal. Size 1 lineup, only 2, Cyber Police Assault Leader, because he hits numbers. He can push big cards off the board without link attacking, and he can be searched. That's why I only run him at 2. Next up at 2, Cyber Police Heroic Blader. Only 2 Heroic Blader, just because like Assault Leader, he can be searched, but he has move, so I prefer to play him, move to the center, and play Steel Ball on him. Well, Steel Wall in this deck. 4, Beast Deity Tiger Thrust. 4 because a lot of people are using cards with move or Mock Bravers, Monster Nullifiers, stuff like that. So this basically makes their nulls dead draws and their move decks like the Drum deck and Thunder Knights. Can't have too much penetration. Finally, one of my favorite cards, Unmovable Steel Mech Gonzala. I run at 3. 3, he was really clutch in some games for me because in mirror matches, he can't be destroyed. So a lot of the damage that, like with my opponent starting, I know in top 2, he would have destroyed my ride if it was Kaiserion instead of Gonzala. That's why I'm really thinking about making a deck all around this guy, just because he can't be removed from the field. He's just clutch. Paying 1 life also opens up Godbird early. Next up, X-Blazer. X-Blazer is a great pressure card. With double attack in Kaiserion and X-Blazer, that's OTK. Also, giving X-Blazer double attack and any 2 crit monster on the field or 2 of the size zeros with 1 crit, that's also OTK. X-Blazer also serves as kind of a nullifier because if he's on the left or right, people go out of their way to waste attacks on him instead of attacking me. So I really love X-Blazer. Not sure if I would run more than 3 of them again, but really love them. Last but not least, my buddy, Great Sword Deity Kaiser Ryan. Run him at 4 because this is the card I want to go into. Like I said before, he gains a crit when you have 3 or more cards in soul, so double attack, and that's 8 damage. Last for the monsters, I ran 2 Mock Braver. Only 2 Mock Braver because almost everybody was playing Penetrate decks. So to get around having dead draws in my deck, I only ran 2 and I sided 2. But I didn't use my side deck at all, so I'm probably not going to be posting my side deck. Spell lineup. Prepped and okay to launch at 3. 3 because I want to see it early, and also if I want to change up my route, like I want to go into, like I was forced to go into X-Blazer or Gonzala earlier, If I have to go on the Great Sword Deity Kaiserine, I don't minus myself for riding the new unit. Just 2. Leave this to me and go on. 2 only because I couldn't find space for a 3rd copy, but I'm thinking about adding in another one and taking out an X-Blazer when I rebuild my deck. This is really good because it gives everything plus 1k and 1k attack and defense if they have Rod or Transformer in their name. So it's like my X-Blazers on the left and right, instead of riding them, they can dodge stuff like crossbow or any 3k or less removal spells. It's really good to get around a lot of removal like Pillar of Fire. I love giving my opponents dead draws. I leave the rest to you. This card is really good. I only run it 2 because if I go into Gonzalez, I can't use it, and if I go into X-Blazer, it's not as useful because I don't want to not have anything next turn. But on Kaiserion, it's really broken. And mirror matches, whoever goes first and you have this, if they're going into Kaiserion, that's basically game. Because the moment they ride into Kaiserion, because it's not an on-call gain of Soul Guard, and it's actually his ability, you can pay 1 life, destroy your Kaiserion, remove your soul, and destroy theirs before they gain soul. So, seeing is believing, and knowing is half of the battle. Staple, call Super Machine.
Hate this card.
You can search almost anything in the deck with it, monster-wise. And Hyper Energy, yes, which will lead me to the next card. Hyper Energy. I don't want to miss it, and I can also search it, so I only run it at 2. Next for defense, Body of Steel. I run at 3 just because running it at 4 can get cloggy sometimes, because if people are doing link attacks above your defense, it's useless. Or if they're using Sunfist, it makes it useless because they have infinite attack ability. I've seen through your moves. 4, Staple. Should always run those free nulls at maximum capacity. And then finally, Impacts. Brave Energy Full Drive. I run 2. Just because you can, in games fast, deal 5 damage if possible, 4. And it really helps if like any of your size 1s or 2s with 2 crit hit, or then like an X-Blazer, if they don't let your Kaiserion hit, that's still 6 damage, and then this finishes them. So that's all I have today on Brave Machines. I'll be uploading a deck profile for Dark Heroes soon. Thank you and have a nice day.